Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining. My name is Sugar World, and today I'm going to be teaching you some new grinding methods if you are a complete beginner in Overlook Bay to get gems quicker and not faster, but to get gems a lot quicker to rank up in the gems you have. As you see, I have 53,000 gems because I have been grinding. I have been grinding fish a lot, which is another method. But if you're a complete beginner, what I would do first, just to get a decent amount of gems to get a fishing rod or fishing pole or fishing rod, is I would do these tasks. I would collect 16 seashells, collect 24 fruit, and I would collect 2 artifacts. Now you get you get 125 gems by just completing the task. But if you collect all 16 seashells and sell them to the fishing port, near the beach, you would get more gems by selling the seashells. And also, if you collect the fruit, you would get a lot more gems. I would usually get around 200 gems if I collected all 24 fruit, which is around the map. So let me go show you. So let's go to the beach where there would be, so you would collect the seashells here. There's some here, there's some at the fishing port over there. There's also more near the wishing well. So let me show you. So the wishing well, like in these little crevices, you see these little little beaches, like there's one right there. So there's a bunch over here near the wishing well that you would have to collect. I would collect them all, and once you've completed that task, I would also collect the 24 fruit trees, as you see right here. There's a fruit tree near the wishing well. Now I would do this. I think I already collected from this tree, but I would do this, and then I would sell the seashells at the fishing port and sell the fruit at the grocery store where there's that fruit stand, as you can see. As you see the little apple, little grape tree. So I would do that, and you would get lots and lots of gems if you complete that. You would have around, I think, maybe like 500 gems. I'm not quite sure how much you would get depending on the seashells and fruit you get. It depends because there's different prices. But you would get a decent amount of gems first. Now, I would sell these, and then I would buy a fishing rod. Now, I would buy a fishing rod because that's going to be your main source of income or main source of getting income in Overlook Bay. Now, you would buy the fishing rod at the fishing port, and let's see how much it costs for one. But I mean, the cost is gonna be if you're gonna be grinding gems, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna get way more gems than doing anything else in Overlook Bay. So let me just drive over there. Just drive in the water. No one's gonna notice. Let me just drive in the water, and just driving in the underwater. But here we go. And as you can see, I have been grinding for quite a while, so I have 4,429 fish that I've caught. Now I'm telling you how long for me it takes to get a lot of fish if I just grind fish. But here you go, you would show the shop. So it costs $7.50 just to get the first rod, or to get, not the first one, but to get, I guess, just a better looking rod. But I think you automatically get a fishing rod in your inventory if you are a beginner. So I would get the fishing rod out. So I have the rainbow rod because I am a beta tester, so I've been playing for quite a while. So I would first go to the beach or somewhere where there is a body of water. Now, this is a grinding method that if you're just going to get fish, this is a good way to just get fish. So remember to try to aim for the center in the middle to get better fish. Now, I have a × 2 luck rod. The rainbow rod gives you ×2. So what I've noticed with this ×2 luck rod is that I don't get any of the orange fish. Now, I forgot what they're called, but I don't get any of those. I always get the megfish and the legendary fish and the green fish. And sometimes the bluefish if I don't aim really close, like if I aim poorly, I will get bluefish. But I don't get any orange fish, which is a surprise to me, because before I would usually get a lot of orange fish and not a lot of megfish. But as you see in my inventory, I have a lot of megfish. I don't have any orange fish at all. Like, I don't have any at all. So I would definitely get the rainbow rod if you have the opportunity. Like, if you've been grinding for a bit, definitely get it, because the megfish are more valuable than the orange fish. So for me, I would fish this, like, if you're just gonna fish like for a while, it usually takes me at least 3 hours to get 1,000 fish. Like, it usually takes me 3 hours to get at least 1,000 fish. And I know that's a long time, but you don't have to do it like me. You don't have to catch a lot of fish. You can catch 100, 200, a little bit 50, and you would get a lot of gems. Like, let's go see how much money I would get from the fish that I have in my inventory. I have a lot. I'm not gonna sell them because I always wait till I have 1,000 to just, when I catch 1,000, I sell then to make my inventory, to get a lot more money. So let's see if I sell. Let's see if I just sell, let's just sell this first part of my inventory. I would get 1,720 gems, which is a lot. I mean, a lot of gems. That is a lot of gems, and you get it quickly in, I think, for a short amount of time. Like, you just grind for an hour, you get at least 1,000 plus gems. I think if you were to aim, you have to aim though. You have to aim in the center to get good fish. If you get the not so good fish, it's gonna take you a bit longer to get a lot of gems. But if you aim at the center, which I'm sucking at, I'm not going anywhere near the center. It's easier on the PC, but on the phone it's a little bit difficult. But okay, I finally get a good fish, so I got a meg fish there. But I would definitely do that, but it usually takes me 3 hours to get 1,000 fish, and for 1,000 fish I usually get around 8,000 gems, 8,000 plus gems. With the double rainbow fishing rod. It might be different if you just have the basic rod, because you're going to be getting the orange fish, and which don't give you as much gems as the meg fish. But that usually takes me 3 hours. So that's the method that I would do after you have done, if you're a complete beginner, after you have completed the task that I said. And also if you're just grinding, you also complete more tasks, play for 30 minutes, play for an hour, play for 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's also a thing. But if you don't want just to fish, if that's a little bit boring for you, then as a beginner, I would go to my house. If it's a little boring, you need to do other stuff, you just don't like fishing, for 3 hours or for an hour or for however long you do it. If you don't like it, there's another way of getting gems. It might be a little bit slower, but you also get pet XP points, or pet XP. I forgot, pet paws, whatever they are. I forgot. But what I would do is get out my fishing rod, and I would get any pet that I have. I have a lot of pets. I'm just gonna take out my alicorn. Now I'm gonna get any pet, right? Now if you don't have the penthouse, like I do, where I just walk up the stairs, and I go here because it's easy for me. I bought the penthouse because it's easier to collect fish, or I just think it's easier for this kind of method. But if you don't, it's fine. You could just, I'll show you how you can do it if you don't have the penthouse. You just have the regular basic house. But if you have the penthouse, you would go here first, and you would just collect fish for however long you would collect fish until you get a pet task. Now once you get a pet task, I would immediately do it. I would immediately do the pet task, because usually once you get a pet task, you usually get a task for yourself, which is you get at least 15 gems for doing it. Let's say that I got a shower task, but then I would also have a task for my pet, which might be just feeding it, or taking it a bath, or you would take it a bath, and I would get pet paws. I get pet paw points. I would just put her here, and I would go to sleep, and then I would get gems for myself, and I would get XP points, not only for my pet if I'm leveling up my pets, but, oh, where'd my pet go? I would get XP points, which is also a good way to level up your pets. This is a fun, easy way where you just level up your pets, you get money in the process, and you get pet paws, which is also another way to earn money. I mean, it's a slower way because you don't get that many pet paws for completing a pet task, but it's a good way to get extra cash. So I would do that. If you're a complete beginner, this is what I would do if you don't have the penthouse, but you want to do this method. So let me go and switch up my house. Let me switch up my house to the tiny house. What I would do is I would buy the necessary things, like a bath, a bed for my fish, and a food bowl. And I would also get what is this? I also get, what is this called? Oh my god. Let me go. Why did I completely forget what this is called? What is this called? Hold up, where's the bathroom? A sink. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. So I would get a sink because these are the tasks that you're going to be doing. Now the tasks you don't want to be doing if you're doing this method is going to the coffee shop to drinking coffee, going to the cinema to stay there to watch a movie. Those are the tasks you don't want to do while you are doing this method. Like, you don't want to do. So once you see that task pop up, exit it out. So that way it's easier for you. It's a more likely chance for you and your pet to get a task at the same time, which means you get gems and XP for them, and you get paw points, which is gonna be another way to grind up some gems, but it's gonna take a longer way. And I'm gonna show you what the pet points do, the paw points. So you see right now I got a task for. Let me just do this. I'm just gonna play fetch with my pet. Now, to get paw points is you just level up your pet. It's XP points, but it's when you do a task, you get a certain amount of paw points. I don't know how many paw points you get exactly. Like, I don't really know, but you do get paw points. You do get a lot if you level up your pets. You do get a good amount. So let's go to the pet shop. But like I said, if you were doing this method, you would want to get your house set up. Just get a simple shower. It can be cheap. Do the cheapest thing possible. Get a simple shower, a sink, a bed for your pet, and a pet bowl. And let's say you spawn directly near a body of water. Like, I used to do this when I was a beta tester in the beginning when I didn't have any Robux at all. And I would take out my fishing rod and I would fish. Like, I would exit out of the game until my beginner house spawned near a pool of water, because that would be so much easier for me to do fishing and to level up my pet as well and get XP for my pet, and also another way to get gems, which is paw points. Like, this was a good way for me because I could just easily just walk up to my house once I had a pet task and just do it. Or you could also use the teleport button, just do it. And you could also do the teleport button and just go directly to your house. So let's say you don't spawn near water and you don't want to just keep on exiting out of the game till you spawn near water. You can just go to the beach, fish at the beach, and then teleport to your house. As simple as that, once you get a pet task. And this is another method instead of just AFK, not AFK fishing, because you're technically just on the game just fishing, which is a little bit boring in my opinion, which is what I'm doing. But when I'm doing that method, I usually just watch a YouTube video while I'm fishing, on the game. It's a little bit boring, but the watching YouTube video helps, where I'm just like, okay, this is just an extra thing I have to do. But this is also a funner way, in my opinion, if you know, like a funner way for you to just get excited in the game, just have fun without, doing other stuff to make sure you don't get bored on the game. This is another funner method. You may get gems slower from this method. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done the math. You might get the same amount, but I think this is a funner way so you don't get bored easily. So let me tell you what those paw points are for when you do this method. So let's go to the pet shop. Now I'm going to go to the pet shop and I'm going to show you what the paw points are used for. Now, I have been playing for a bit, and I've done this method while I was in beta testing, and I have a lot of paw points. Now, it costs 100 paw points to spin the wheel. Now, this wheel is very, very, very helpful, in my opinion, to get lots and lots of gems. Because with 100 paw points, you get 150 gems, which is super amazing. Like, that's a lot of gems. I'm not lying. That's a lot of gems. And if you're just raking up paw points and you have like 1,000, you're going to get quite a bit of gems. Or you get pet tickets. Or you get even legendary pets, which is even better. Like, you're grinding, but also a chance to get pets. Lots of gems and tickets where you don't have to use your gems for. You don't. Which is also a good way. So as another method that I think is very helpful for beginners that just want to, play the game, maybe not grind, like for the first method, like just not just grind fish, which is a little bit boring, but to just have fun, and get pets, get legendary pets, get excited. And I think that's a fun method. Now, those are two methods that I have been doing to grind in Overlook Bay, because there's not really much else to do to get a lot of gems, but fishing. Like, it's just fishing. Fishing is going to be your main source of income. Like, it's going to be the main source of how you're going to make money on Overlook Bay. So those are the first methods. Those are the two methods that I would do that are very easily to do, that you get lots and lots of gems quicker. So to recap the first A grinding method is to just, so there's 3 methods. My mistake. There's three things you should do. So if you're a complete beginner, you would want to complete these tasks. And you want to complete these 3 tasks first. Collect 16 seashells, collect 2 artifacts, collect 24 fruit. So that way, you can go to your house. Let's travel to my house. So that way you go to your house, get the simple necessities that you need, which is only the shower, the bed, the pet bed, the pet food bowl, and the sink. Those are the only things that you need. You don't need anything else, not to waste any more gems that you already have. So you want to get these first, and then you would want to get your fishing rod out and fish. And wait till you get a pet task and do the pet task. And also you might get a task for yourself, which you also get 50 gems for, which is amazing. So that's the method I would do for beginners. Like if you're a complete beginner and you just want to get gems and have fun also by being in the game, by doing pet tasks, doing the pet wheel to get paw points, that's what I would do. But if you're a little bit like, if you don't want to do that, if you think, you're just not gonna, if you don't want to do that and just want to just get gems a lot faster, in my opinion, just fish for as long as you want to. Fish for an hour, fish for 30 minutes, fish for 2 hours, fish for 3 hours like me, which is crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, you have to have a lot of concentration. It's like you have to have a lot of concentration, but also like you have to not get bored, which is hard because I always usually watch a YouTube video when I'm doing it because I can't just look at a screen and just fish. It's just so boring. But I need to get gems because I'm waiting for the Halloween update, which is coming soon in October, and it's not that far away. It's in a couple of days, I think. But that's what I would usually do. So, and the second method is to just fish. That's it. Just fish. Oh, where'd my fishing rod go? So just fish. Fish as forever long as you need. If you're just gonna AFK fish, just fish. That's it. I mean, something else to it. Just fish. But also, another thing that I would do if you are doing the second method, which is doing your pet points, or if you're doing the pet task to get XP for your pet and to get paw points is the task that I will not say you should do at all, is where it says you have to go to Honey's Diner and order some food. That is a task that I would definitely not do at all. If you're trying to grind, do not do these tasks because they take up much more time than the amount of gems that you get. But if you want to do it, then go ahead. If you want to have fun, you just go ahead and do it. You're also grinding in the way, but I would personally not do it because you're wasting a little bit more time by getting there, by ordering the food, by eating the food. And you're not getting as many gems as you would if you were just fishing. Like, say, if you fish for like I don't know, a minute, I think you would get much more fish than if you were to just do the task itself, because I think it takes only a couple of seconds to get your fishing rod reeled in to get a fish. So it's very quick to get fish in this game. Like, it takes only a couple of seconds, I think, like maybe 10 seconds to get a fish. I'm not sure, but it's very easy. But definitely don't do those tasks, and you want to exit those tasks as fast as possible once you see them, so you get pet tasks more easily and you get tasks for yourself. Another tip that I would do is, if you're going to be doing this method, or if you're going to be fish grinding and pet XP grinding, is, I don't have this with me, but I would go to any place, get some food. I would get like 10 food pieces, or like 10, let's say you get 10 popcorn and 10 soda drinks from the cinema. I want to keep those in your inventory, because there is a task where you just eat any food from your backpack or a drink from your backpack, you get 20 gems. And if you just have those in your inventory and you're just fishing, you get 20 gems easily. You just drink the food and that's it, and go back to fishing and doing pet tasks. Like, it's super easy. So that's a tip that I would do. But these are the grinding methods that if you're a complete beginner in Overlook Bay to do, because these are super easy and it's super fun. Like, I found fun in these in doing these kind of grinding methods. Like, in the beginning, the method that I did was I would have my pet out, my fishing pole, and I would go near a body of water and I would just fish until I had a pet task, and I would automatically do the pet task. That's what I do. But once I play the game a lot more, I just AFK fish farm, where I just farm fish for a lot of hours. But if you're doing that method, I would recommend either watching a YouTube video on the side, because it will get a little bit boring and repetitive, But for me, I need a lot of gems for the Halloween update, because I'm trying to get a lot of pets. I'm ready for the Halloween update. I'm getting ready because you're gonna need a lot of gems, I feel like, for the Halloween update, and it's gonna be super fun because I want all the new pets. So I've been grinding a lot. To get that. But those are the methods that I would do to get gems quicker in Overlook Bay. And if you're a complete beginner, because these are helpful tips that I have done that have helped me get a lot of gems in the process. Like, from my inventory, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of pets because I have been grinding for quite a bit. I don't grind every single day, but just when I have time. When I have time, I grind. If I don't, I don't. And also, I would recommend getting the rainbow rod, the rainbow fishing pole, because you don't get any orange fish, and it's ×2 luck, which is super good. But that's all that I have for you guys today. I'm grinding methods in Overlook Bay, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit confusing. I'm sorry if I made it a bit confusing. Hopefully you understood. Hopefully I wasn't just jabbering everywhere. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you found a new method for you to do. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.